Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds. Lawrence?
And here we go.
Here we are once again, Heroes at Large, a show of nerds for nerds by nerds. So let's do roll call, guys.
Knee-high.
Badass James Dynamite.
And Drewski.
And I am Avaz. First thing on the list, let's do another shout out. We got another comment from Eric on our episode 8. Long comment.
What's it say?
Well, he starts off with, thanks guys for all you do. Comic book movies are something that we share and enjoy as a family. So keep doing what you're doing and keep giving parents something fun to share with their children. Much appreciated on that.
I appreciate that.
He has a couple questions here too. Question number 1 is he wants to know if there's any word on any movie or any more Tolkien books that are going to be made into films.
I haven't heard anything yet so far, but always keep an ear out. Conventions are coming up right now, so they usually is when they make any kind of announcement for that. So that I would say just wait on that and see what comes up. Also, just keep an ear out, and if we find out anything, we'll let you guys know.
We'll post it up or we'll let you guys know.
Yeah, as far as J.R.R. Tolkien goes, I don't think he really had much more published.
That was big as Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit.
He had some other stuff that he was supposedly working on before he passed away, but nothing that he really finished.
The only thing that I would say is if you want another Tolkien property coming out, tell Peter Jackson.
Yeah.
So as soon as you tell Peter Jackson this is a book you want, he'll probably look into it and probably do it.
Although there is an interesting tidbit that I did find out, which I kind of forgot all about. Netflix actually purchased the television rights for Lord of the Rings. And so pretty soon we'll end up getting a Netflix series of Lord of the Rings. But these are going to be original stories told about the same characters from Lord of the Rings, but before those.
Well, yeah, because even in the books, it's years that go by.
Yeah, it's between The Hobbit and So
well, yeah, but even in like the Lord of the Ring, from Fellowship of the Ring to Return of the King.
Oh yeah,
it's like I think 3 to 5 years from the beginning of the journey to the end of the journey.
Because it's a long journey.
And they're little people,
and they're and you can relate.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Wouldn't Hobbit people?
Go short people.
For the characters, except for the characters in the movie.
Are you trying to say I'm a hobbit?
You said it.
Yeah, I'm not checking your feet. Okay, so
Again.
Eric has another question. Also, what advice can you give for people who keep getting shut down year after year to get into Comic-Con? We kind of touched a little bit about the conventions, but do any of you guys have any suggestions on how he could possibly get a ticket?
If registration opens up again, I know it's already been closed, but no matter what day you get, just get a day. Any day you can, because the following year what happens is that because you went the year prior to, you get kind of like a first chance before it opens up to everyone else.
Right.
Also, volunteer. Volunteering is
like
every year everyone volunteers, and I think you work for like 4 or 5 hours, and the rest of the day you have inside the convention. Mm-hmm. So I know a lot of people, that's their tradition, is that they go volunteer and work for a few hours, and sometimes you're even stuck in the panels you want to go watch because everyone volunteers inside the panels. And sometimes you're just holding a sign, end of the line. I mean, if you want to get into the conventions, you volunteer, you say how many days you want to volunteer for, and they give you a schedule and, book your hotel and you get the convention. And even if you don't get like Comic-Con tickets,
you could just go outside.
There's a lot of stuff to do outside. We had talked about. I met somebody that came from Australia, and they did not have any tickets at all. They were just walking around outside. So
they were just happy to be in San Diego.
Yeah. Because it is popping outside. It's a lot of people out there, and they do so many things out there too. So
there's a lot of events. I know they had the Gotham zip line
Mm-hmm.
one time, so you got the zip line over Gotham, and I think they even did a obstacle course for Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I remember that one.
So they did Assassin's Creed. So there's a whole bunch of stuff, and all that stuff is free. And a lot of like the Hard Rock Cafe, they'll do like events that you don't need badges for, like clubs and things like that.
Or even like I said last time, if you guys can't make it to the Comic-Con, go to the small ones, just to get like an experience of a con.
Yeah, if you can't get into
WonderCon's a good one.
WonderCon would be the better one. But I mean, if you are trying to get tickets into the San Diego Comic-Con, I mean, there's a lot of different things you could do. Trying to make a friend that you know that might be able to get you in, that might have connections. There's a lot of my cosplay friends that actually get several friends together to try and get their tickets when the day comes up to buy.
Yeah,
tickets.
because you could buy for 3 people when you're in.
Right.
So if you have all their information.
If you have a single friend, invite them over to sit down with you when it's time to buy tickets. If he gets in, he can buy 2 more tickets for you. Obviously, if he's single, if he doesn't have any kids or anything like that, then he's only going to buy 1 ticket for himself.
But kids get in free.
Right.
Under
depending
11.
on the age. But yeah, I mean, that's where a lot of the cosplay players do that. A lot of them are single, so they'll all get together at one place, and whoever gets in first buys tickets for everybody. So
everyone that they can, at least.
Yeah, so that's one way that you can do it. The only other suggestion would be, like Dynamite said, just keep trying. If you can, just get 1 day, or even if it's just like one person for 1 day. Get it, go, because the following year, a lot of people have told me that they'll do that. They'll, even if they can't get enough tickets for everybody to go, they'll take whatever they can, because it does increase your chances the following year.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something in their matrix, the way it's set up. Eric did put down a quick story. Let me go ahead and read this off for everybody. I was at Comic-Con 2006 and was on the escalator going up from the marina entrance when a big uproar happened in the crowd below. I looked down and saw security parting the crowd for Stan Lee as he made his way to the same escalator. So I waited for him at the top. There was no security up there. And when the escalator literally brought him to me, we shook hands and had a picture taken together. That's an awesome.
That's cool.
That's a great story.
I bet he had soft hands.
It looks like he does have soft hands.
Super soft hands.
Do you know? But he said that he don't shake hands. He likes to just
Fist bump.
fist bump. He got lucky then. He can shake his hand.
Yeah. Well, this was 2006.
But when you're
over
trapped
10
on
years
an
ago.
escalator.
Yeah, you have to. Hey, shake my hand.
he blocked it.
Just wanna walk
You're not going by.
You want to get out? Shake my hand. Shake my hand.
If you can, go ahead and post a picture for us.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. If you have pictures, send us the pictures. We'll put it up for you too.
The best I got was taking pictures of Stan Lee from far away.
I got a picture of Stan Lee.
Same here.
Yeah.
I got a picture with
Well,
Stan
I got a
Lee.
picture of Stan Lee when he was standing like on the other side of a table, and there was like maybe 2 people in front of me, in front of that table.
I got him next to me. When I took a picture, I seen him at Ferguson.
That's awesome.
One time I took a picture of Stan Lee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I photocopied it.
It was his poster, wasn't it?
I look a little bit
One
taller
time I
too.
met his cousin's sister's ex-boyfriend. I never washed my hand.
That explains so much now.
Oh, man.
And Eric does leave one more note at the end of his comment. We love all you guys, but the kids want more knee high.
What?
Let him be the main host for an episode.
You guys do know that he's not allowed around children, right?
Yeah.
Like that's court ordered. So
Yeah.
No,
I'm a
that's-
shy person, but
That's not.
Thank
that's
you
a
guys.
joke.
That's
No.
not true.
thank you guys.
He's not allowed around children because parents keep taking him away.
Yeah, they think I'm one of the kids. Yeah.
But we'll work with Knee High and we'll see if we can get Knee High to do some more stuff for you guys. Most
Yeah.
definitely.
Thank you.
Knee
guys.
High's Toy Corner.
It's action figures.
Action figures.
Yeah,
action
they're
It's
not
a toy
toys.
corner. They're
They're
toys.
not toys. They're,
They're
action
action
figures.
You look at his Instagram page. He plays with them. You can tell.
Breaking news.
Entertainment news. Let's get into some entertainment stuff. Who's kept on Flash? Knee High?
I missing one episode, but I seen the rest.
So you ever caught up on this week's episode?
I'm a few episodes behind, like way behind.
Yeah, I saw this week's episode, which I think was probably one of the best episodes they've done. Actually,
Now,
I thought it was really good.
what do you guys think of the Thinker as the villain?
It's kind of like the way he's doing jumping bodies is kind of like getting confused.
I kind of like it. I mean, when he first came on to the show, I was like, okay, we'll see where this goes. But once he did start to take over other people,
Well, it's refreshing to see.
that's why I started to
It's not
like
a
it.
speedster.
That is not a speedster.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
I would love to
And
see
it's
them.
outside the box. I mean, it's completely outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see them just go up against the rogues. Period. Like the whole entire season, it's all the rogues.
Because we already have everybody pretty much.
Well, it's
everybody
possible.
featured.
It's possible that maybe they haven't touched on that because maybe he's trying to build up his, speedster roster. So that way he's got a group of heroes going
But
against the
he's
rogues.
normally done it by himself though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, granted, that's on the comic books. He's always gone up against the rogues by himself.
Mhm.
Now, who are they going to cast now as Captain Cold because they did kill off the character and he did already finish his contract with the TV
They'll
show.
probably get
Spoiler,
him.
I'm not that far.
Yeah, I think.
What? It happened. He died in like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
Legends
Yeah,
of Tomorrow.
Legends
Maybe
of
because you
Tomorrow.
were all caught up on Legends of
He
Tomorrow.
helped them and he
Okay, so
sacrificed himself.
That's why you had to watch all the
Was it the King Shark episode?
No, that was.
No, he brought him from the past.
Yeah.
No, he almost died in that
Yeah, I
one.
remember that episode. That was called
King Shark versus
Jump in the Shark.
Jump in the Shark.
Sharp objects.
But how do you guys feel? You guys seen the picture of Iris though? As a
she
speedster?
looks cool. Well,
Is she a speedster? Or is she just
It's-
a...
it's something
it's-
that powers when they switch
Well,
powers.
they first released the picture of it. Everybody was kind of like, "Okay, is this real? Is this fake? What's the deal with the picture?"
Uh-huh.
And after this week's episode, they teased, for next week's episode, and sure enough, she's gonna get Flash's speed.
Powers.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I haven't kept up with the show this season very well. But is it like something happened that she gets a speed and he doesn't have any, or?
Well, they don't show, in that sneak preview, they don't show exactly what happened. They just
But they'll
just
explain
showed that she was in the costume, that she's got the speed,
Yeah, I
speed
see.
force, and this and that. But as you'll see, I mean, they've already shown it in a couple of episodes already, and there's even more so in this week's episode. The Flash, spoiler alert, the
Spoilers.
Flash is able to bring regular people into the Speed Force with him. As long
Well,
as
you
he's
see,
touching
now
them.
that has happened in the comic book,
Mhm.
Yes.
where he can. One of his powers that he does have is that he could give people super speed,
Right.
but he could also take away their
Yeah.
speed as well. So
So I think, again, it's something that they just barely started to touch on, where he can bring people into the Speed Force with him as long as he's touching them.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking that's probably what they're leading up to is next week, where he'll be able to give and take away.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So that's probably what next week's episode
So
is going to
this
be like.
episode was with Jesse or no? Oh, that was a.
Yeah,
farmer.
this one
It
was
Jesse, right?
was
Oh.
almost all of them. It had
Okay.
Jesse Quick,
Quick.
and it had
Jay Garrick.
Jay Garrick.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And again, like I said, it was a good episode without leaking too much.
Mhm.
It's basically the majority of the episode is spent in the Speed Force.
Oh,
Mm.
So it's a great episode. I thought it was great. Nothing like really crazy, nothing we
Yeah.
haven't seen before as far as special effects, but just the aspect of the
knowing that's
storyline.
in there.
I thought it was a great episode.
You guys been watching Black Lightning?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Black
I'm
Lightning
also
was
a couple
really-
episodes behind on that.
The
one.
last episode was wow.
Yeah, for those of you, we talked about Black Lightning once before. Black Lightning is a great show, but I think one of the things that makes it stand out, besides from all the other CW shows, is it's more adult.
It's an adult show.
It comes out at 9:00, comes out after the Flash, and they touch on some more adult type
Adult
things,
stuff. Yeah.
and it feels a little
I
bit
know
more
it's got
racier
like I
than
know
anything else
in
they've done.
the episode that I seen is kind of like it touches on gangs and drugs and
Sexuality, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it is definitely worth giving it a try. From what I've seen so far, I've enjoyed it. I mean, it's not one of those throwaway shows for me that I'm gonna just like I don't care for it that much, so I'm gonna
Right.
just stop it. But like I've always said, it's kind of like give it till season 2
Mhm.
because that's usually when a show hits her stride. For some reason, Arrow was okay,
Yeah.
but season 2 is I think is where it started
Yeah,
running.
yeah.
So yeah, I would say give it a shot if you haven't tried it and just stick with it for a little bit and see what happens.
Well, I think that they're finally, at least with the Flash and with this show, Black Lightning, I think that the writers are actually starting to do a little bit more like they're doing in the comics,
Yeah.
where, you've got several episodes here and there, but they've got several larger background stuff going on.
Mhm.
Besides, you've got the season arc villain, that you're eventually going to have to defeat sometime, before the end of the season. But it feels like there's even more stuff
More,
going
yeah.
on in the background. Other characters were like, okay, well, what's this person for? What's that person for? And I noticed that in Black Lightning, which is really cool because there's a lot of stuff going on that I know eventually down the road,
Yeah.
they're going to get to, and they're bringing in more characters.
Yeah, they're
as
gonna
with
become
each
a
episode.
team, right? They're gonna become a
Yeah,
team.
so I mean, Black Lightning's really good like that because it's very layered. Going back to the Flash, there's something that we noticed this week's episode. There's this character, this female, that's popped up several times.
Yeah, the waitress.
No, she's not even a
No,
waitress.
but
I don't
the
even know
first
who
episode-
she is.
The first episode, the first time she
Oh,
came out, she
that's
was
Barry Naris' daughter
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
from the future.
Okay, yeah, because we've seen her a couple of times
'Cause she
already. and
came
we're
out
like,
in the
"Who's this
wedding?"
chick? Why is she keep
Yeah,
keeping up?
from what I've alluded and from
Yeah,
what
she
I've
came out
tried,
in the wedding
in the
episode.
wedding.
what I've tried to piece together is I think that's one of because Barry and Iris do have two kids in
Yeah,
the
two.
future,
Mhm.
twins if I'm right. I think that's them. Like I think that's his daughter
Oh.
going into the past so he could see the wedding of her
Her
parents.
parents.
But that's from what I've gathered and the information that I've gotten. I think that's one of their kids from the future. They just don't know it yet. I'm pretty sure it's gonna
Because
pay
she
off.
said that you know me, or she was writing a book, or she's writing a diary.
Yeah, something like that.
And,
She's trying to like meet everybody
Yeah.
in the group and stuff. Like
Yeah, so obviously something must have happened
You
where
know-
she doesn't know that. I wonder if that's
Yeah.
gonna wind up introducing Bart Ellen.
that. Which would be
Oh
really
yeah,
cool. Yeah.
that would be
It could
cool.
be, and that's what I was saying. With the Flash, you've got your regular, series story, season story. You got these singular stories going on
Yeah.
in each episode. And then you got this background thing
And
that's
then
going on too.
Now
You
you
know,
even
that
have
eventually they're gonna lead
a
up to
new
something.
team.
Yeah.
New team, and that what's the name? He's bad. What's the name? The stretchy guy. What's the name?
Elongated man.
Yeah, he's funny in that show though. He's
So
I think they should have
like
just
what
turned
they've
him
been
into
doing.
plastic.
yeah, I think so too. He could have been Plastic Man.
Well, the outfit almost looks like Plastic Man's outfit.
Yeah.
Those big old
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah, he was funny. He's funny in the show.
But it's good. It's good. Yeah, you guys definitely have to catch up on Black
Yeah.
Lightning.
In the Flash.
Is it where can I watch it? Or I just have to wait
The
for
CW app.
CW
Yeah,
app? Okay.
yeah, that's true. CW.
CW app usually keeps the last 5
hmm
if you can. I know, and
Netflix has it, but I think it goes by season.
Yeah, as soon as
Yeah.
the season's over, like the following day, they put it all on Netflix. That's probably what I'm gonna have to try and do.
Well,
right
because
now
it's
I'm going
getting
back.
it's getting close to the end of the season
Yeah.
anyway. So
Yeah, because I'm really like behind.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think the last episode, the last one that I saw was a crossover.
Oh,
Okay.
And that's where I left
Yeah.
off at. And I know something
Okay.
happened. I think one of my DVR like fried or something like that, so it didn't record any of it.
Because we had the bad guys, right? The red when they did the crossover. The,
yeah, the
Red
alternate
Sun-
universe.
Yeah, Earth X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Did you see that?
Which one?
Earth X, the
The
crossover.
crossover.
For on Flash?
It was on everything.
It was a
on the show.
multi.
Oh no.
it was like super
I haven't watched any of the new seasons of any new shows, unfortunately.
Oh wow.
I work too much.
work, man. Yeah, I'm
I
right there.
gotta stream it
Dun,
afterwards.
dun, 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 Workman.
That's the thing is that like I'm right there with you. There's so many TV shows out right now that
Mm-hmm.
I do not have the time. Everyone keeps on telling me about Legion. I know that season 2 just got announced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing I like about Netflix, their shows like Jessica Jones and Luke Cage,
But come in.
is that
The whole thing drops
everything
once-
drops at one
Yeah.
time, so I
Yeah.
can binge watch it all either like half the season one day and half the season the next day, and I'm caught up.
Yep.
The problem with that is now I gotta wait like another year for the following one to come out.
Well, okay, but with Netflix, you've got all these different Marvel ones. So once,
You-
and then they set this up on purpose. Once one comes out, then the other one will be coming up, a couple of months later. So
Yeah.
you'll always have something to
Something to
watch,
watch.
every couple of months.
Right now
which,
we don't have nothing to watch.
which brings up Luke Cage got the
Trailer.
you know, he
Teaser
got the,
trailer.
and the release date, June 22nd.
Yeah, so probably right after Jessica Jones.
Yeah, because Jessica Jones, I believe, comes out April.
I'm a little bit more excited about Jessica Jones this time.
Yeah.
Trailer made it look really good.
Yeah,
It looks really good.
the first one was kind of like getting past her being moody.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think now I already know who the character is, and like Drew and I were talking earlier, is that it's actually going to let us know her backstory a little
Right.
bit better.
So that'll be really interesting to see where it's going to go.
Yeah, and if she's going to find other metas.
Or
Yeah, I
is
know.
she-
That's
is
what
she-
I'm interested to
is
see
she
what
gonna
kind
give her
of
suit?
villains.
Nah.
That's what
Well,
she was
they
saying.
might
That's what she was
show what her suit used to be. They
Because
might
remember
show
they
that.
did show it on the first season.
Yeah,
It's a little flashy.
because
though,
they're gonna
for-
go back.
for
They're
her-
gonna
for
go
her
back in her
character.
backstory. So I don't know.
Well,
see.
the thing is that they said the sister or her adopted sister kind of made the suit, but they never implicated like she wore it.
Oh.
She just didn't want it. Because this character does not want to be a superhero.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. She just wants
You
But
know.
I'm talking about like in flashbacks. I mean, if they're gonna talk about her
Yeah.
backstory more, we might get to see her in the suit, in her old suit.
Yeah, but yeah,
That's what
well,
they did
like,
with Luke Cage.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
like low key, yeah. I'm just glad they threw a couple sweet Christmases in there.
Yep.
Shazam!
Shazam news, guys.
Woo! Shazam!
Has anybody out there seen? You guys seen the pictures and the videos and
Yes.
everything?
Yep,
The only thing
yep.
that really throws me off,
Okay.
I loved it all.
Uh-huh.
His hair,
Yeah,
it's like super jet black.
it is because it stands out
A lot.
with the
Yeah.
skin and the white
Yeah,
cape
no,
and yeah.
It stands out like a lot. I'm like, wow.
So the
Go ahead.
suit, it's on point. I like it. I know
Have
people.
you seen the front of the suit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen
yeah,
that.
I saw the front of it.
It's a lot of out there talking about the suit's too cheesy, it's too comic. This is when I'm seeing this is what I'm thinking. People forget he's a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a kid, and
That's a good point.
he's just, to him, he's a superhero. He's gonna pick up whatever suit he can.
Mm-hmm.
Until I'm thinking later on, maybe Batman or Superman will give him a upgraded suit.
No, the thing is, the suit is given to him by the powers. Granted, it's his own imagination. That's what the suit
Well,
is
maybe
designed.
when he sees Superman, he'll be like, I want to be like him, and they give him like a suit like Superman.
Well, I mean, it depends on what kind of story they're going to go
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
Because, they had to change his backstory a
Because
little bit here and there.
in the comic books, everyone thought that Billy Batson was, when he turned into Shazam, that was him.
Yeah.
Right.
When he
and
was
it wasn't.
older, but it's not. It's
Yeah.
what he remembers his father looking like.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So essentially, it's not Billy Batson. It's his last image that he had of his father. And if you guys don't know, he's an orphan.
Yeah.
Right.
He essentially turns into his father, and I'm pretty sure that's what a kid would design. Because even originally, he had a tiny little cape,
Yeah.
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 and I think that
Yeah,
was
it
like.
was.
And if you think about it, that is a kid size cape.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, this size would probably be perfect for me. Boom, he's an adult
Right.
in his mind. I mean, that's the one thing about Shazam or the original Captain Marvel.
Yep.
It's hard to say, though, too, because once you see a suit in real life, afterwards, when you see it on film,
Yeah.
they can always make
CGI,
adjustments to
yeah.
it. When they
That's
could
right-
darken
that's
it
Ryan
up.
Reynolds.
They could
bring
just
that
be
to-
playing
Yeah,
with us.
you
They
know
could
what
be
I mean?
playing with us
So-
right now, just showing this and just like, all right, people could
So,
talk.
I mean,
and then,
it might look really, really good.
Yeah.
I had
when it comes on film.
someone tagged me in it on Instagram and said it looks bad already. I'm like, how can you
No.
judge that off of just one picture? Like,
I like it though. What
I think
happened?
it
it
looks
looks
classic.
cool.
No,
It's
I
classic.
like the long cape. I
Yeah.
like the white cape. I'm just curious to see how much different his suit is going to be from Black Adam's suit. I mean, I know the different color concept,
Yeah.
but I wonder if they're going to go a little bit, because he also casted an actor who's a lot larger, muscle mass wise, than Levi,
Oh,
Yeah.
Zachary Levi.
Zachary Levi.
So there's going to be a huge. So I'm just curious to see.
But not in height.
But I think
No, the
about
height
the
is the
same
same way,
height.
but as far as body mass,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
he's
probably-
gonna look just way more
Yeah.
massive.
But maybe
Yeah.
he slimmed down. He'll slim down, like Fast and Furious slimmed down for a bit.
Who knows?
The
That
Rock?
depends.
I think he got bigger.
He was
for
the
Fast-
biggest one
He was
in
the
the
biggest
Fast
one
and
there.
Or maybe to me he looks smaller.
Like in my eyes, we're exactly the same.
Yeah. I think so. People compare me to him, so I don't know.
There's the Rock, and then there's the Pebble.
Pebble. Either one.
Twins.
Yeah.
I'm like, but
Throwback.
he's Danny
That's a
DeVito, huh?
La Roca.
Yeah.
La Roca.
What really made me excited was that video, though. The footage of
Oh, yeah.
seeing Zachary Levi stopping that.
Stop the bus,
bus.
yeah.
Uh,
I like the way he
And then
celebrates
yeah,
afterwards.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
very kid-like. He's
I was
like throwing
like-
his hands up
I
and
was
kind
like,
of.
yes, this is exactly what I wanted to see for this movie.
No, yeah, I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
But I think, again, DC movies are made for DC fans.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, it should be.
Yeah. It should, yeah.
But the thing is that, like, I don't like the debate of Marvel movies versus DC
Yeah.
movies.
Mm.
And I'll go into it again. It's kind of like I don't read a DC book and expecting Marvel results. I don't read a Marvel book and expect DC results.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't expect the same thing for their movies. I like the movies for what they are and what they mean to me growing up.
Yeah.
Like Shazam, I don't know if you guys even remember, there was a TV
The TV show, yeah.
Yeah.
In
Oh,
the
yeah.
60s, right?
Yeah.
The 70s. Was it
No,
70s?
60s.
No,
It was
60s,
60s.
but they started running into like reruns.
Yeah, it was a little
69.
different. It was
Yeah.
him and his uncle in an RV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was his powers weren't given to him by a wizard. They were given by a pantheon, and each one like Zeus, Hercules.
Yeah, it was.
And he would go to
It
them
was a
for like
different
advice.
myth.
And it wasn't even like a kid; it was like a teenager.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was older
And
because
but the guy was older too. The Shazam was older
Yeah.
dude.
different storyline.
Yeah, it was different.
Completely.
Oh, just like anything.
Like Wonder Woman, like the TV show Wonder Woman, the
Yeah.
Incredible Hulk.
And
and
everything's
Incredible
on
Hulk was.
there.
It took a little liberties
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
origin, but it got people hooked on that stuff.
No, most definitely. Give it a lot more attention. What about Kristen Wiig and talks to play Cheetah?
I'm excited.
I've seen a lot of fan art that made it look really cool, but then
Yeah.
you never
You
really
know-
know how it's gonna go.
She's like to me a comedian,
Yeah.
and I've seen movies of her that she did serious movies, and I just see her still as a comedian. To me, I don't know how she'll pull it out.
But if you
Now,
think
see-
about it, a lot of times when it comes to comic book movies, the person that they cast that you're like, this is the least likely person that I would ever cast to play this part, a lot of times they do a really good job.
For example-
I'm supporting it. I'm
Like
supporting
for
it.
example, when they cast the Riddler,
So
well,
I was gonna do
everyone
that.
thought
Not
like, oh
the
my
Riddler.
I was
god,
gonna go
no,
there.
everyone thought like this will be perfect, and it wind up being garbage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or not even that, but let's
he
go.
later.
No, let's go to Tommy Lee Jones. I mean,
yeah.
I heard Tommy Lee Jones is gonna play Two-Face. Oh my god, this is gonna be so deep. This is gonna be so good.
And it winds up
He was
not.
worse than Jim Carrey.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like,
And like, how do you explain it? Kind of like Harvey Dent was Billy D. Williams,
Yeah, it would have been.
and then
fun.
it wound up being
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, that's a whole different.
my favorite part is when he had the acid thrown at his face. A manila folder saved
Yeah.
his other half of his face. It burned it. It's strong enough to burn his face, but not go through paper.
Yep.
And then
So,
his face turned purple. So yeah.
well, that was more accurate to the comic book.
Well, I mean, that was just
The
to
comic book- the
differentiate
comic book,
he
yeah.
has
two
different
sides.
colors. They have different. Even he has like a blue one, a purple one.
No. Well, that depends on if you go on animated series, they do go with a
Yeah.
purple
Yeah.
green. I mean, with
Green?
a
The blue
The
with the white
classic,
hair.
the classic was green.
no, and the purple was actually his original.
No, the orange suit.
Yeah, but purple in the original, that was more of just the way the colors came
No,
out.
the-
in the
Yeah.
comic, you know.
But
The
purple-
original, he used to wear an orange suit. His face was green and a normal face. Then they made it a red one.
I know they changed it so many times.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm kind of
It
on the
didn't work.
fence.
It didn't work for me.
I'm kind of on the fence with Kristen Wiig. I don't know. I mean, I've only seen her in comedy, so I don't know if she's even got a serious side.
She
or not.
does have some
When
serious
it
movies.
comes to these kinds of movies, I see a picture or I hear someone getting cast. I try not to jump to conclusions because
Yeah.
you're automatically
Well-
going to think of the last horrible thing you saw this person in, and you're going to be like, you know
Well,
what?
they
It's gonna
they
be
probably
terrible.
seen something to get her. Like they seen something that.
Yeah, hopefully they did like a screen test or
Yeah.
something. But then this is just in talks.
I mean,
too.
she's not an
It's like
actor. She's
kind
not
of
an
almost a
actress
rumor.
well enough to be like, boom, here you got the role.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
with The Rock,
Right.
they gave him like, here you're gonna
Yeah,
be
for
here's
what?
you have the choice. You
Yeah,
can
you
either be
choose.
Shazam or you can be
Choose.
Black Adam. You pick your role. She's not there, so obviously she's gonna audition. I mean, with Gal Gadot, everyone thought that she was like a horrible choice,
Yeah.
and then it winds up being she killed it.
I heard that she was going to quit acting until they told her she got
Yeah.
that role.
Yeah, she's actually said
she
that.
was done. Yeah.
She and they even actually like I auditioned for a role. She didn't even want to go to the audition.
Yeah.
You know, she just happened to be in LA and like, fine, I'll do it. And they're like, oh, by the way, have you heard of this character named Wonder Woman? And
Yeah.
like, are you kidding me? They're like, she actually got it, and I can't see anyone else
Yeah.
in that role right now
Right.
other than her. So
She's
I
doing
mean,
it.
Yeah.
with some of the castings, like we all talked, it's kind of like the perfect casting for this character, for the most part, is not the right choice. Like we said, Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Everyone like, oh my god, this would be great.
You didn't like Jim Carrey?
You didn't like the question mark jumpsuit?
I would like. I think he would honestly. If he would have straightened up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
If they
'cause
would have
he
even
took
given
it
him
too
the-
far, I
the
think.
Clock King.
Yeah, he was
he-
more like that. Yeah, the
I would
acting,
love.
yeah.
To. I think
It was
Ace Ventura. It was
and
Ace.
Mask
It was
all
Ace.
together.
It was
Yeah,
Ace
he
Ventura
took it
doing
too-
the
took it
Riddler.
too far.
Yeah,
Right.
it was.
It's because he was on his
Too
prime.
much.
That was his thing. So
Yeah, everybody wanted
Yeah,
to see
he
that.
wanted-
Especially it was a
Always wanted to
Batman
give it to
movie.
him.
Everybody thought they were going
Yeah.
to rear it towards kids. What's funnier than a guy in a green
Yeah.
jumpsuit jumping around?
That and the fact that the directors
alrighty
Well, let's
then.
not even
had,
get
had
into
just
that.
just changed at that point. So
Yeah.
Somebody stop me.
Anyways.
Next, just in case you guys haven't heard, Marvel's Infinity War got moved up 1 week earlier.
Yes.
Yes.
Super
So
excited about that.
we all had to change our plans. Thank you very much, Marvel.
Yes.
and, my biggest complaint is the fact that I was doing that timeline,
Yeah.
watch a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
So now it's kind of like it just.
So you gotta skip the last one.
Yeah.
So just watch 2 movies in 1 week. You're going to complain about watching 2 great movies in 1 week?
I know some people that were already starting to make plans for the premiere night.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And then they go and change it. So now you got to change.
But what-
Well, yeah, because I know
you
some people actually
They
took
bought
the day
tickets.
off.
Yeah.
No, some people took the day off.
But they already sold the tickets online, right? So people already got.
But
the
if I
tickets.
have to work on Thursday
yeah.
and then they moved it to a Thursday prior to,
Oh.
it's kind of like I just asked for this day off.
Then
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because
Yeah, that's true.
some people.
I mean,
go
don't get
all
me
out.
wrong. I'm excited that the movie is a week early and I could go eat with or without.
Right.
I'm gonna go see it no matter what.
You sound like you're super inconvenienced by it.
Yes, exactly. It's kind of like, you know what? That is Meatloaf night. Speaking of Meatloaf, our latest sponsor right now is Aunt May's Frozen Meatloaf.
Mm.
Now comes in 3 new flavors: pork, beef, and mystery.
oh, mystery. Yeah.
And if you guys want to treat yourself, have it with a side of Uncle Ben's rice.
Yes.
Nice. Yes. Very delicious.
You always want to have Uncle Ben
Uncle
for
Ben.
dinner. Now, are they ever going to do a vegan?
Vegan?
I'm still waiting on that.
Then it's not meatloaf. It's just loaf.
Just low.
Vegan loaf.
No. If Aunt May ever made a vegan loaf, kill myself. And I think has done it in the comic books.
If it's Marissa Tomei's Aunt May,
You'll
I'll
eat,
still
yeah.
eat the vegan meal. I'll eat
sit
the whole
at-
thing.
I'll sit on the table and
Ask
eat.
for seconds. Can
Yeah.
I have more?
Yeah.
What else we got going on?
Stan Lee.
Oh.
Stan Lee's health's not looking too good, guys.
First off, we want to wish Stan Lee, because we know
Yeah.
he listens. At least we hope he does. Speedy recovery. We know you have pneumonia right now. Hopefully you pull through and you
Our
come
prayers,
back
our prayers.
and all the and come back to our conventions that we'd love to see you in.
Yeah.
And it's kind of been a while. I mean, as far as in the convention world, everybody that goes to the conventions and everything has always been saying for a couple of past years already that they want to try and meet Stan Lee, as soon as possible, because he's in his 90s now, and it's we don't want him to go, but eventually the Lord is going to be calling him. To his side one day.
He needs comic books too.
Yeah, most definitely. We do hope that he's at least not in any pain or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just if you guys ever had the chance to
It'd be
really,
cool to hear your Stan Lee story.
if
If
you
anyone
guys
out there listening.
or even just he does have an Instagram. I believe he does have a Twitter. Just send him a little note. Hey, thank you for memories that you had with comic books, and tell him your story of what you think of what he meant to you as far as the comic book world goes.
Yeah, send him your love, send him your prayers.
Because I know he loves his fans a lot.
Yeah.
Where he is I think even in a wheelchair sometimes.
Oh,
and they've taken him about, and it's kind of like he will stop for fans. He will shake hands or fist bump.
Fist bumps.
And give you his little words of wisdom or little pearls that he throws out his way.
Yeah.
Excelsior.
Yeah, he's always been a big a fanatic for his fans, so he's never shied away. I mean, if he's able to be there,
I know he said this is going to be my last convention, and he still keeps coming because he loves his fans.
Yeah, but obviously he knew that he was getting up in age, and you know your own body, your own health, and stuff like that.
He always said that every time he finds a spider in his house, he can't kill it. He actually opens up the door and lets it out.
Nice.
So, it's like little things like that he does because he knows that Spider-Man was a character that he loves so much and everyone else does too.
Yeah.
And then he has to turn around and control his anger.
Yeah. If you guys didn't know, he actually did. He was in Playgirl magazine.
Yeah.
There's actually pictures out there of him and Playgirl in the magazine, right spot.
Matter of fact, I think that was like a joke. I think like on a dare. I think he actually did that on a bet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Get to him, man.
He had to pay his rent back then.
We're talking about Marvel and DC and possibly being.
There is rumors going out right now, and I think Marvel.
I don't know if it was rumors. I heard it was confirmed.
It was confirmed, but they haven't
But
released
it's on the sidelines of rumor because it's being stretched.
Yeah.
It's almost
more
like
than what it is.
fan fiction.
And until
It's where I get my
fan
information.
hopes.
and until I hear DC straight out come out and Marvel as well.
Right.
I mean, they've made nudges about each other in each other's books. I know in Superman they've made a couple mentions of some of the Marvel characters, and in Marvel they've made some mentions of some of the DC characters. I'm hoping what's going to happen, they're going to play nice again, and we're going to get another amalgam universe crossover again. And for you guys that don't know, Amalgam Comics was a company that a makeshift company that they made between Marvel and DC, where they actually fused some of their characters together, and there was they fused
Superman and Captain America,
yeah,
Batman and Wolverine.
It was Man of War, wasn't in Dark Claw,
and then Bruce Wayne, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.,
Doctor Strange Fate,
and then the JLX. So there was a couple characters that came out. I think they fused Iron Man and Green Lantern. I think it was Iron Lantern. Something. It was a whole bunch. Spider Boy.
Right.
Yeah, Spider-Man and Superboy.
Yeah, and then the Jackal, which was
Joker and
Sabretooth.
Sabretooth. So all those characters were and now there's different characters.
It's very possible. I mean, if Marvel's kind of hurting, Marvel's hurting right now. So
And
who was the Flash? It was the Flash and Ghost Rider, wasn't it?
Yes, it was the Flash and Ghost Rider. That was awesome.
What a great combination.
You're so fast, I gotta ride a bike.
You're so fast, but you're hot.
Now you see why he's not allowed on children.
Yeah.
But if they doesn't happen, what combination would you guys like to see?
What two you want them to infuse?
That's a good question. I think I'd like for some of the modern characters, maybe not to fuse, but more to meet. I'd like to see maybe not see, but it was like Robert Downey Jr.'s persona of like Tony Stark meeting somebody from the DC universe. I think that'd be really cool because Tony Stark's got
him and Green Lantern.
Well,
No,
him
you know
and
what?
Bruce Wayne meeting.
No,
But-
I think it might. I think it might even be cooler if you did kind of like buddy up.
Yeah, like
So
a team up.
let's say you get your regular team up from DC, like Batman and Superman, right?
Mhm.
So instead of it being a Batman and Superman team up, what if we replace Batman with the Marvel?
Moon Knight.
Why don't
And you
we
take Iron Man and Superman.
Why don't we replace
I would go with Moon Knight.
Superman?
I would go back Superman.
Oh,
Yeah, but
let's
you
do
get
Batman.
you get the.
See, and I was
wait,
thinking
you can even do
if
Black
they-
Panther. You
if
get
they-
the other millionaire.
Because the thing you got to think about too is a lot of times when they combine these two characters, they have like a little battle before they even
Yeah.
get to be. Get
See,
to fight
I would
on.
like to see a combination of Punisher
Mhm.
and Rorschach.
That would be really
Or
good.
just have them fight it out first, and then because what happened
That
is
would
they
be
were
actually really, really
they were
good.
doing battles before, and to see what universe was going to survive, and then there was a character named Access who was able to be in
Right,
both universes, and what he did is he combined both the universes together. So like, why am I going to sacrifice this universe for that universe? So he combined them, and that's what happened
right.
with Amalgam.
Right.
Everything got put together, where even Jubilee became Sparrow, and they combined Jubilee and Robin together.
But
So-
I'm looking at like basically two characters that are just opposites. You know, I want to see some lethal weapons put together. You get one DC character and one Marvel character,
Okay.
and then let's see how that unfolds. That's the kind of thing I kind of want to see.
See, and I would want to pair up probably Green Lantern with Thor.
Yeah, that'd be.
What
good.
about Lobo and Wolverine?
They're both no. Yeah.
You know, actually, I'd probably
That'd
want
probably
to
be
do
a
a
good one.
Lobo and Spider-Man.
But
Just
remember
because
because,
Spider-Man's always being chased by Deadpool. What kind of DC character is closest to Deadpool?
I would
the
actually
new guy, Slideway. Was it Slideway? The new
No,
guy.
he's too new.
go.
But
No,
they
I
do
would
have
go
Spider-Man.
Slade Wilson.
Yeah, but he's not. He doesn't have that
is that the murder?
Oh, Red
that
Hood.
comedy.
But that's the thing,
Red
is that
Hood.
that's his Cable.
Yeah, but the
So you gotta go
comedy's not
Deadpool
there.
and Cable. You see what I'm saying?
That'll be.
no, he's not. He's saying Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Lobo.
Oh, Spider-Man
yeah.
Lobo.
Yeah.
No, I
Oh,
think.
because he needs it because Lobo and Deadpool are like the comic.
What
relief
about?
of
Yeah,
that.
that's what
I
I'm
think
thinking.
Red Hood and Spider-Man.
Get a feeling Red Hood just.
I would do
shoot
Red
him.
Hood and Daredevil.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be.
okay.
Yeah, that would be good.
Red Hood and Daredevil, and then you would want to do
Write this down, somebody.
Yeah.
Iron Fist, Lady Shiva.
Yeah, that would work.
Because they're both respectively their best martial artists in their
Yeah,
universes.
yeah.
Probably Doctor
The
Strange.
The Thing and Solomon Grundy.
Well, Doctor
Yeah.
Strange. Doctor Strange. I think we'll just have to go up against
Zatanna.
Doctor Fate. I
Dr.
think that would
Fate,
work.
yeah.
Yeah, or just Zatanna or Constantine.
Ooh,
Constantine.
Constantine.
Yeah.
That's the one
Yeah.
to go. Bam. Write this down, somebody.
I gotta be making money for this.
I'm glad we're recording this because
Yeah.
now we get royalties.
Oh, you know that's not gonna happen. You know what? I wouldn't even settle for the royalties. Give me the
Yeah,
comic
action
books,
figure.
autographed, and the action figures.
Yeah, give me the
Yeah.
action figure. I'll take the pictures for you guys.
But yeah, those are some of the pairings I would like to see.
That would be
Personally.
some cool stuff. That'd be some really cool stuff.
And the weakest one of the amalgam, I think, was Lobo the Duck. Remember Lobo the Duck?
No, I don't remember that.
They confused.
But they just did Deadpool
Deadpool.
Duck.
Deadpool Duck.
like
Yeah.
last year, I think it was.
Yeah,
that
well,
was
they
actually kind of funny.
I didn't read it.
and that one they paired up. It was like Lobo and Howard the Duck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Howard the Duck were paired up
Which
together.
is a weird combination.
Is Howard the Duck going to be in the Infinity Wars?
Yeah.
God, I hope so.
You never know.
He was at the end of
He's
the.
gonna pick up the glove.
Oh, I don't know. Right now we're talking about all that stuff. Did you guys get a chance to look at the new Infinity Gauntlet that
the
Mattel
The one that
Yeah,
moved.
out.
with the fingers
Ooh,
move.
yeah.
individually, and it's
Wow,
like
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
this thing is
everybody-
it's like massive.
And-
it's
and
like
it lights
Thanos
up.
size.
And it lights up and
Yeah,
everything.
everybody's been showing it off. All the actors were showing it off.
Well,
Yeah.
it sells out right now where you go.
It's not released yet. It's not out yet.
Well, pre-sales.
Selling out, yeah.
Yeah,
The pre-orders
pre-sale.
are all sold out.
If you guys have any contact with Mattel, please send us some.
Please.
And looks like that's going to wrap it up for today's episode.
Yep, that's pretty much done.
It's over.
All right, guys.
It's closing time.
Fare thee well.
Time to say goodbye.
Bye.
Dilly dilly.
Until next time, folks, remember to keep imagination alive.
Excelsior! And that was for you, Stanley.
Excelsior.